Welcome, everyone, to this episode of the Projector Movement Podcast. I am so excited to be joined by our in-house human design expert, Rebecca. Welcome, Rebecca.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we are going to be diving deep today into the Ego Authority, the Projector Ego Authority. We are excited. This is an authority that doesn't get a lot of attention. You are a rare species. Being a projector and then having the ego authority makes you quite unique. But we wanted to spend some time, including you here, for you to really understand more about yourself. As we just said, there isn't as much information about you. So take some time to settle in. We're going to do a quick exercise just to ground ourselves, as we do on all Projector Movement podcasts, to just transition from wherever we are and ground ourselves into our bodies. So let's take a moment to close down our eyes. Let's just settle into our bodies, maybe feeling our feet on the floor, feeling our sits bones being supported by the earth below us through the chair, wherever we're sitting. And seeing if we can just drop any weight that we're holding down through our shoulders, down through our hips, down through our feet, almost like a waterfall flowing through our bodies, releasing any energy that wants to be released at this time that we've picked up along the day. Pouring down, down, down through the body into the earth. And if any movement feels good to release this way, feel free to sway or shake or twist or tap for the next few moments. And then we'll take a final deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out the mouth. Coming back together. Let's open our eyes. Take that micro pause just to land. I always like to say, welcome back, just to feel that little shift possibly when we just take that subtle time to just transition from one thing to the next. I always feel a bit more settled in my body just by taking 30 seconds or a minute. So, anyways, welcome, Rebecca, again.
Hello.
Hello. Let's just open it up with let's learn more about the ego authority. What can you tell us about the ego authority as if we were in Ego Authority 101?
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned how rare they are. Like reflectors are rare, but ego projected authority is rarer than reflectors. So I believe, oh my God, this is off the top of my head, but like I think it's a zero point 0.4, oh my gosh, percent of the world is ego projected or ego authority of some kind. That is putting it on the spot. But they're rare. They're really, really rare. And what's really interesting about ego projected authority is you all have and share the same channel, which is fascinating when you think about that. It's always the heart connected to the G through the 2551, the channel of initiation. So it's like jumping into the complete unknown. It's a very mystical channel because you're not sure what you're diving into. It's the gate of shock going into innocence. It's the love of just being here or not loving it at all and hating the experience, fine. But with there's both sides of the coin. So you have that, you might have the head and the ajna defined as well, but other than that, it's that energy, it's initiation, it's heart energy, willpower energy,
Mm,
that ego energy within there, going into your identity. This is love of or hate of everything. This is self-initiation that no one else can really join you on because it's a very individually empowering channel. So when it comes to the authority and how you're going to be making decisions and such like this, you're really leaning into, well, what is my heart like what is my heart feeling? Is my heart in this? What
Mm,
am I desiring? And that's going to be super important for our ego projector projectors.
So it's ultimately what their heart is their guide, what their
Yeah,
heart
I
is.
mean, you know when people say in general world, like listen to your gut or listen to your
Yes.
head or listen to your heart, this really is listen to your heart. And I guess when we kind of put more definition around that, it's not just listen to your heart, like, oh, my heart is longing for this person. No, it's like, what is it that your heart really wants to commit to? Like, what is it?
Mm,
The heart energy is such a vulnerable energy. It's a motor, so you're an energy projector, even though you're a non-energy type, you're an energy projector, so there's energy there. It's designed to commit to the thing, and if it's right for you, you will see it through. You're going to need rest, of
mm,
course, daily and things like that, depending on other elements of your chart, but you will be committed to that thing, and that is going straight into identity, that G center. So anything you're doing that is connected to the heart is and you look at the biological associations, it's like the liver and things like this. It's literally your identity. So whatever your heart is in is feeding that identity, that purpose, that everything. What is my
mm.
heart in? Is my heart in this?
Got it. So yeah, it seems like it has a lot to do with passion, purpose. Like you're putting yourself into something that you're committing to. You want to be all in it. So things that drive you, your values or just your love, your passion, these sorts of
Well,
things.
for sure. And I think it's an important conversation actually, because whenever we speak about alignment and human design experiment, being in alignment doesn't always mean it's going to be rainbows and fairies. That doesn't mean
Right,
that. So when
right.
we're saying things like passion, absolutely, and of course, and I understand our words here, a little bit wary in the sense that it doesn't always mean that you're passionate about something is going to be easy and lovely. You might be
Right.
passionate about getting a story told, and it's a really hard story to tell, but you're going to do it because there is this, you don't even know why, which is important because there's no words with our authorities. You don't know why, but there is just this pulling that my heart is in this. It's captured me. I'm committed to this. It's part of me. And yeah, I'm going to see it through kind of thing.
Mm, that's such a beautiful distinction. I love that. Just because the heart wants it doesn't mean it's going to be rainbows and butterflies. But
Really
there's
important.
something pulling, there's like a motor, like there's something higher than myself that's guiding me to this. So I will see it through even with the hiccups and the bumps and the challenges because it's connected to the heart center. I'm going to see it through. Mm,
Yeah, and that G center, if you and that G center is like our compass that it has when you look at that on a mechanical level, you've got the seasons within all the gates and you've got the quarters within the gates and things like that. And your driver of your vehicle within the mechanics sits within the second gate. So having that G center defined through the heart is like pure heart energy powering your trajectory, powering your personal brand, powering you as an individual, powering like this direction and identity. So it's a beautifully powerful connection to have.
mm, sounds like it. I love
Mhm.
that I never knew it was more rare than the reflector.
Yes,
Wow.
it is.
Lucky rare ducks.
I know.
Yeah. What would you like to tell if there's something unique or rare to tell about the ego projectors to them right now? What would you want to say to them? Something about themselves that they may not know or more rare about their type?
Yeah, I mean, it also applies to all projectors, I guess, but it's this you may not always be able to see this. And a lot of the time, like if you're with someone and you will be so passionate about something, I've heard this in different people that I've spoken to with the ego authority, like ego projected. You are projecting out there with this kind of ego of this, I'm committed to this, I am passionate about this. But then when asked what you want to do, you might be like, I have no idea. Use the mirrors of people around you and this is something for all projectors, but when we're in this conversation about ego projected, if you're not sure, speak with other people and see what they can mirror back to you around. Hang on, but you've been saying you'd love to do this. What's stopping you, right? Where are you not listening to your heart? What is not in alignment with it? What is in alignment with it? So use your mirrors because they can see you very deeply, especially projector mirrors.
Wow. So it's helpful to have people around you to help them reflect back to you maybe something you're speaking a lot about, but you're not taking action on, or you may not know you're speaking out about it and it may not be in your awareness. And so people are able to reflect back to you, hey, you're really talking about wanting to do this project a lot. Maybe there's a block that you're not able to see that once you get that reflection back, you can maybe see, hey, this is something I actually probably want to pursue because I'm actually talking about it way more than I had in my awareness.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And then it's this kind of reminder of strategy and authority. So has there been an invitation for that? Because you're gonna have this power to identity, and it's like one of these really powerful ones, but we still need invitations. So perhaps it's not in alignment, or it's not in alignment for right now because there's no invitation, but you're still gonna need to speak it out in order to get the invitations in. So the right connections, the right mirrors, the same goes for all projectors, then enables this co-creation of, okay, who's inviting you, what timing, who, what, why, when, where is what the
Right.
invitation is giving us. So connect with people at the same time, and then they can see and they can invite you, and you can take that leap of faith, that shocking leap of faith into this unknown, naive direction, but fully powered by what your heart is calling for.
Mm, beautiful, beautiful. What would you say this authority, the ego authority, has in its weaknesses or challenges? Where do you see this area, the area of challenge for them?
The heart is like the heart or ego or willpower, there's three different names for the center, is very committed to things. And it's not uncommon for me to see people with the ego authority or people with the heart defined in the chart commit to the wrong things
Mm,
and be so committed to the wrong things. You could be committed to destroying your life at the same time. Because
wow.
whatever you put your heart in, you will do, you will see through. So, strategy and authority, have I been invited? Is my heart in this? And am I committing to the highest sense of myself, or am I committing to not doing the things that my heart is in? Because you can be just as committed. Um,
Hmm.
and it's such an open design because you're either going to have just the heart and the G defined. That's like the minimum, but you can also have the head and the ajna. So there's four centers perhaps defined. That's or maybe the yeah, and the throat you could have. So there's maybe five to find. I'm thinking out loud in my head, but it's still a very open design, especially within the body. So you're going to be very affected by the mind talking to you and feeling all the different emotions and trying to be instinctual and feeling the pressure of the world, like all of these different things that are going on. So hearing your heart amongst that noise is going to be one of the challenges for that, and not getting caught up in just whatever's going on around you.
Right.
It's really following your individual. This is the thing, an ego projector isn't tribal in nature, they're not collective in nature per se. The thing that's making them an ego projector is an individual. So can you step out and be that individual and follow your unique desires and your unique kind of initiation that you need to take yourself on, or are you going to be blending in with the tribe because you're too worried about stepping out as the individual? Here are some challenges that will be faced as an ego projector.
Mm, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Total sense. Well, we're excited because you, for the first time, are going to be offering a workshop for these rare, unique beings here at the Projector Movement. What do you think the advantage for getting ego projectors together to learn more about themselves for this 3 hour workshop? What do you feel
Yeah.
you would
This is super rare as an authority, right? So as it's super rare, it's you could be amongst projectors, but you're very rarely going to be around ego projected projectors or even have those contacts. So it's I don't even want to say once in a lifetime because I hope there's other things out there, but it is like a very interesting
totally?
community to be within. And we've kind of spoken before, just you and I, Sarah, around how it feels to be around our own projector types, myself as a mental projector, yours as a blank projector. And there is just an energy that just hits like completely different. Whenever I've had ego projectors together, I think I had five on a call at one time during a Living Your Design workshop that we had before with the projector movement. It was almost like there are words that your subtype of projector can use that other subtypes can't grasp. So myself with emotionals, I can't use the exact words the same as a splenic speaking to me and stuff. So ego projected in that room, having this mirror of myself being there and facilitating this, your subtype just speak to you differently. It just hits very differently. And then the conversations that need to happen will happen rather than just plucking at straws like, should we talk about this or this? No, we get to the core of what your challenge is, what you're specifically here to guide on, things that we've been saying today about the individuality of it and jumping into the unknown. This is what only ego projected projectors will really be able to understand at its core.
Mhm.
And that's what we want to facilitate that conversation and that kind of guidance piece around that for that 3 hour workshop that we want to do.
Yeah. No, it's extremely special. I can say personally, just being with projectors one on one or just projectors in a group dynamic, there is a sense of family and connection. And I can't imagine with ego projectors being as rare as you guys are coming together and just being able to share and see each other will be medicine in and of itself. Just having that shared experience of living together in such rarity, what do you say, 0.4% around? We won't
Something
quote,
like that.
but we're
Hope is right.
range, a very small percentage coming together, the potency of that. So if you are interested in getting to know more about your ego authority, which we know is there isn't as much information available, so much will be uncovered. And even just having to be around people around you, you will learn. We invite you to join this 3-day workshop. There's a link in the podcast below to join, and we hope to see you there. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you guys for watching. We hope to see and speak to you soon. Take care.
See ya.